calculus. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. So a little bit of history about calculus is that it was developed in the 17th century Europe by Isaac Newton and Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. And so Isaac Newton developed the use of calculus in his laws of motion and gravitation. So it's kind of been around for a long amount of time. It appeared in ancient Greece, in China, Middle East, and again in medieval Europe and in India. So that's just a little bit of history about calculus. Moreover, on what we are going to kind of talk about today is that we are going to discuss the kind of product rule of calculus. Speed up this just a little bit. So the product rule is kind of the rule for finding a product of a function with two or more functions. And so this could be kind of like what we will see kind of later on in the video, something to the aspect of, 5x times the product of 3x. And so you could definitely see that this is two different functions. The 5x is a function and the 3x is a separate function. And so the product rule is the multiplication of these two functions and deciding on if this is kind of like what's the outcome of this process. So the steps that we would identify is that we would identify that the function is a product of two or more functions, and then we would simplify the expression to kind of solve these functions. So therefore, if we have, the functions f of x and g of x that we identify, that would be either 3x or 5x. G of x would be 5x and 3 of x would be f of x. And so we want to determine which is the outer function, usually g of x, and take the derivative of that outer function, and then take the derivative of the inner function f of x. And then afterwards we would use the product rule expression to solve these steps. So the product rule expression is this expression right here. We have the derivative of f of x times g of x, which is going to equal the simple function of f of x times the derivative of g of x plus the g of x simple function times the derivative of f of x. And so in our example, we want to find the derivative of sine x times cosine x. And so therefore this is kind of a composite function. We know that g of x is the sine of x and the f of x is the cosine x. So we would go to step 2 and we would take the derivative of g of x, which is the derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. And then afterwards we would find the derivative of f of x, which the derivative of cosine of x is the negative sine of x. And then using the product rule that we saw on the previous slide, this is the original function f of x times the derivative of the function g of x plus the original function g of x times the derivative of the f of x. So our outcome would be cosine of x times cosine of x, because cosine of x was our original, was our original video. And so therefore we would have cosine of x plus the cosine of x, which is the original function of f of x times the derivative of, the original function of g of x times the derivative of f of x, which is negative sine of x. So overall we get cosine squared of x minus cosine x times sine of x. Make sure to keep parentheses around these, and check out my free exercises with the answers and the PDF below. Thank you.